Frustratingly, sometimes kiosks go offline, and there's very little we can do about it. There's really two main reasons a kiosk will go offline, and we'll cover how to fix both of those things, and most of the time it shouldn't be an issue. First, kiosks are electronic. They're powered via any other power source you'd imagine, and so they need to be plugged in, or at least have a charged battery to be able to operate. If it hasn't been plugged in a certain amount of time and the battery depletes, it'll turn off. And when it's turned off, no one can capture any feedback that way. So you're going to get an email if this happens. And in that email, you're going to be able to see whether it is offline, lost internet, or it lost power. You're going to be able to then find the kiosk and plug it back in. It's a pretty simple solution, but once it has power, it should start working. The other thing that happens, and the other issue that you run into, is when kiosks lose internet access. Now, that's not a common thing, but occasionally Wi-Fi goes down or something like that. More often what happens is you get something like a Wi-Fi password that changes. And I'm going to show you how you can address that issue. And so you're going to get an email that says your kiosk is offline and we don't have internet. So come up to your kiosk at that point. In the bottom left-hand corner, there's this settings button. As I click the settings button, it then asks me for a PIN code. The PIN for all of the kiosks are the same. It's 785736. It then brings up this options prompt here. In here, I can do a few different things. I can refresh the survey questions. If I just made changes to the survey and want it to be instantly here, I can hit that button. I can unregister it. We'll go over that in a second if you want to move it. Or I can just close the app. Now, at the top, you'll notice this is kiosk mode is enabled. Well, if I close the application, and I'll just show you what happens, it's going to reopen this application because the kiosk mode is still enabled. It wants to force you only into here. If I come back into my settings, 785736, then I can toggle kiosk mode off. You'll see where it goes to enabled equals false. And now I close my app and I have access to the entire system. In here I can come into settings, and from settings, most of these are locked down. You can't actually do a lot with them, but one of the things you can do is select a new Wi-Fi. You'd come, select your Wi-Fi, enter the new password, and then from here, close out of it. You can do so by doing a 5-finger pinch, like that, and open back up your device. As soon as it opens back up, it's going to put it back into kiosk mode automatically, and it will be up and running again. If you don't see this pop up, what you're going to see is just a white screen. It means it didn't have either internet access or enough internet to download the survey. Sometimes that situation happens, even though you do have internet access, and there'll be a little exit and restart button down at the bottom. If you hit that, it'll bring it up and normally will work out just fine. If you still run into those issues, you follow the same pattern. Exit, go to the Wi-Fi, and try and toggle a different Wi-Fi or turn it on and off to try and get it to realize that it has internet here, and then the survey will pop up. Lastly, if you want to move your kiosk, say you want to put somewhere else, if you're not running a different survey, just pick up the kiosk and move it. As long as it's continually connected to Wi-Fi, it'll be just fine. If you want to run a different survey, however, you're going to come back into that settings. And inside of here, you're going to hit this unregister device button. When I hit unregister, what I'm doing is I'm disconnecting the device from the survey. Right? So it says, hey, great, should be unregistering for us. If I hit the right buttons, sorry, let's try that one time. 5, 7, 3, 6. All right, unregister, yes. There we go. Now it gives me the registration prompt again. In here is where I can come in and re-register it with a different survey. You're going to be able to find the numbers on a sticker on the back of your device. That will tell you what to enter for the device number and the optional device model number. You're also going to want to get your registration code. This is connected to your survey, so support will either supply it for you or you'll be able to get it on your survey dashboard. And then just name the kiosk. Name it something that you will understand and that fits well inside of your organization. So when you get an email that says, hey, lobby kiosk is offline, you'll know which one is offline. Now, we already reviewed, there's two main reasons that the kiosks go offline, right? They lose internet access or they lose power. There's some different things you can do to kind of mitigate these situations. First is if you want, we can send you an outlet cover that can be installed with either a padlock or a zip tie over top of it so people won't unplug the kiosk. That can really help with a lot of the issues. Secondly, if you have an IT team, they can set up a dedicated network just to run the kiosks on it. And in doing so, it doesn't have passwords that change often. And if you don't have passwords that change, they should stay connected to the internet without any issues. This is an overview of what to do if your kiosk goes offline. If you have any questions, please reach out to support. And again, we warranty all of our hardware. So if there's an issue with it, it keeps getting offline for some reason, and you feel like we just need to send you a new one, let us know and we'll send you a replacement.